Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always, and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. In the last episode, we completed the Eldritch dungeon. We defeated the boss, the gigantic Eldritch Guardian, finally. That took forever, took a couple tries, and we got this, the Primordial Pearl. This thing is incredibly powerful. And is used for a lot of different things. So we have like 4 quests that require one of these guys. And I have some bad news. Basically, we're going to have to do this whole thing again. At least once, probably, if everything I can figure out is correct, 3 more times. Yeah. So I have been searching for any and all clues that I can find that there is another way to get a Primordial Pearl that I'm aware of, outside of going to another Eldritch dungeon. And the catch with that, by the way, that portal won't work. That portal won't work. That portal won't work. We've got to go very far away from this guy, and I think all of them, to be honest. We need to go like 1,000 blocks away in order for it to work, and that is kind of a pain. There's some things we can do to kind of help with all that. Ender Chest is probably going to be a lifesaver for that. Whether it is there even Ender Chest from that one mod, the Ender Chest mod, in this mod pack? I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. I don't see one. Anyways, so we'll have to use like normal vanilla ender chests, which is fine. I have no problem with that. We'll have to make a couple of those, and basically fly out really far away, put one of these portals down, activate it, all that kind of stuff, put the things we don't want to lose away, and namely our angel ring, go through the dungeon, kill the boss, get the Primordial Pearl, and call it a day. Now there is one other way that we can get Primordial Pearls, and this is something I've been doing a lot of research on, and I've actually discovered some other things. I've looked into mods I've never actually looked into, and just tried to see what we could do. So the secret is rare treasures. Rare treasures have a very rare chance of giving you a Primordial Pearl. It is very rare. We don't have any rare treasures as far as I can tell. So that's something that, unfortunately, we can't really do anything about. That's the only other way I know how to get Primordial Pearls. Witching Gadgets has a way as well, and I'll show you guys that. Witching Gadgets has, well, we don't actually have access to it because we've never used a Primordial Pearl. But basically there is an item called a Powerless Pearl, which is good enough. Let's put it that way. So it is a Primordial Pearl that has lost its power, and you can recharge it. There is a infusion to recharge it. It's really simple. I've done that in a Regrowth, a mod pack I played a good bit ago, and that would be something to get more Primordial Pearls. Now, I did a lot of research, and I found something. But it unfortunately didn't pan out, and I actually went into a test world, but I kind of want to talk about it real quick, and it's in Thaumcraft Horizons. It's a mod that I've never really used, and it's all of this stuff down here. So this section is really, really interesting and really, really, well, dangerous. Basically, it's called the planar theory. It is a node manipulation to figure out why, the lore anyways, is why the nodes, you don't see one with like thousands of V, why they are limited to not that much. And basically it revolves around this transduction amplifier, which allows you to amplify the nodes. You can put up to 4 on one, but if you put 4 on one, what happens is when you have a stabilized node, so this guy with the, do we have some down here? Yeah, one of these guys, and then you amplify it with 4 of these guys, which are not that hard to make. Some transducers and these planar conduits, which are not that difficult, just some void metal, really. But basically, you do this, and it creates a rift. And that rift acts like a hungry node. It eats everything, including all of this stuff. And if you have these vortex attenuators, it will stop the hungry nodes, and it will stabilize it. You need 6 of them. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So you need to like get rid of these and have these stuff. It's crazy. You have to kind of break everything around it so that it can be contained, this rift. And it gives you a planar rift. And what this thing does is it's basically like the Portal Alfheim, except the other side is supposedly this realm of pure magic. It is the source of magic. It is full potential energy, but it doesn't do anything. And so you can throw things into it, and you get different things. So you throw some Salus Mundus in it, and it will summon 1 to 10 wisps of random aspects depending on the node you used. You can throw Void Metal to get this Void Putty, which repairs anything, any weapon, tool, or armor, regardless of material or enchantment. You can repair it with that. And what I thought could be useful is these Voidling Golems. So if you throw in some Golem animation powder, it produces this Voidling Golem, which is 100% completely indestructible, as far as I can tell. And I did some testing with it, but it warns you. Something doesn't seem right about these coreless constructs. Something about these coreless constructs doesn't seem right. I can read. You should keep an eye on them. Basically what happens is these things will kind of do their thing, and as long as you don't give them a core, they'll start acting weird. You'll get some messages in the chat and that kind of stuff, and eventually they will turn into an Eldritch Guardian. They look like Eldritch Guardians as well. Now, I was hopeful that maybe it would be a Praetor, the champion Eldritch Guardian, that gave us the Primordial Pearl, because we only actually have to fight the boss. The boss is what drops the pearl, not anything else. So if we could get access to a boss, then that would be all we need to do. And I actually want to see if we can spawn any of the bosses. No. Let's see, what's the other one? Praetor, Crimson Portal, Eldritch Construct, and then there's a giant tentacle. So no, we cannot. There is no recipe for any of these. We can get the Eldritch Guardians, which I really wish I knew about that recipe a long time ago, but nothing else. So yeah, unfortunately, there's not much that we can do. There's a lot of things that seem like they could be good. This is something else that I probably need to look into a little bit, but as far as I can tell, the planar vortex is the only thing, and unfortunately the Voidling Golems don't turn into something that is useful to us at this point. So not going to do any of that stuff. I did want to say that just because something to kind of note is this crystalline wand. So it's a relatively cheap thing. You have a mixed crystal cluster and 2 balanced shards, some V, and you get this inert crystal wand. Well, you throw it into the warp, which just stays there as long as it's stabilized. As long as you have the 6 stabilizers powered with redstone, you can throw this wand in there and it will pop out a disposable wand. It has 250 V of every type, but it is not rechargeable. It's also pretty cheap to make, so that's kind of something interesting. If we ever encounter a time when V becomes difficult to get, it's something to kind of keep in note. I just wanted to say that. I know I'm talking a lot. I mean, I've wasted, what, like 10 minutes talking. But yeah, so kind of where we're at is we need to get more Primordial Pearls. We're going to do one of the infusions. I don't know what we're going to make. I think what we're going to try to make today before anything else is the Eldritch Blood Orb. Because the Primordial Pearl is... Whoa, what? Oh, blindness. Wow, that is harsh. We're going to make the Eldritch Blood Orb. We're going to try to make this guy today, or at least start working towards him, because the Primordial Pearl is on the outside, not the item being used. It's also the last quest in Mystical Blood. So, let's get started. Between episodes, by the way, I went ahead and made some more sacrifice runes. I think I made like 8 more, and did all that fun stuff. So we're going to put the Primordial Pearl in here. And let's see, we need 2 Balance Shards, 2 Eldritch Eyes, 4 Void Metal, and a Nether Star. So, 4 Void Metal. Can we craft 4 more of those just to be safe? That should be easy enough. Do we have a Nether Star? No, so we'll have to get another star. Let's get like 20 soul sand crafted up. And let's see, we're gonna need some Eldritch Eyes. We have plenty of those. So I'm not too worried about getting more Primordial Pearls, but it is something that's gonna be tedious, and I don't really want to do it. But what I'll do is I'll probably do most of that off camera. So 2 Balance Shards and then the Nether Star. So 2 Balance Shards. Do we have some soul sand? We have 1. We're also going to need some Wither Skeleton Skulls. So I'm going to need to do some more stuff with that. Let's get... What is taking so long with the soul sand? Why? Okay, well, whatever. Just gonna do this and put it back into the system. That's fine. So do we have 4 of those things? So soul sand, we do. We can get our Nether Star, Balance Shards. Let's go ahead and tell it to make like 10 Balance Shards as well. Good to have extra. And yeah, so 4 Void Metal, 2 Balance Shards, 2 Eldritch Eyes, another Star, and then the Transcendent Blood Orb, which is the hard part. So I think we have skeleton in there. I believe our cleaver is up here. And let's get some more skulls so that we can do all the stuff we need to. So this guy is idle. And yeah, we just need to get the skulls. So the other hard part with all this is, I'm going to let a couple of them spawn, is this Transcendent Blood Orb, which requires crystal clusters. Now, typically, we looked at these last time. Now, typically, these guys require you to have a demon invasion. But there is a recipe in this mod pack so that you can easily make them. So, that's what we're going to do. We need to make crystals, blood crystals. Life crystals, that's what they're called. Life? No. What are they called? Life shards. So we're gonna need some bleak blood shards, and then we're gonna need 5 for this crystal cluster. But I believe in order to get the Transcendent Blood Orb, we're gonna need a tier 6 blood altar. So this is gonna be a lot of work. Why is this going so slow? Oh well. I'm gonna let things spawn. And we'll get to work on all this other stuff. So we need a tier 6 blood altar. I believe we currently have a tier 5. We do. So we're going to have to expand it one more time, and that's going to be fun because I don't know if we have enough room. We should have enough runes, but we're going to need, and you guessed it, more crystal clusters. So if we take a look at this, let's see, get out of there. Architect, we're tier 6. So yeah, we need crystal clusters on the outside, and it's going to be a pain. So we need 5 crystal clusters. So that means we need 25 life shards and 20 soul shards, which means we're going to need 45. Wow, we need 45 life shards. Now, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. If we have a bunch of weak blood shards. How do we get these guys again? We can duplicate them. Okay, we can get them from heat sand or soul sand at a slight chance. We can also use sanguine combs from bloody queens to get them a halfway decent chance. But I think the best way is just to duplicate them, because that makes the most sense. Just kill these guys, and we have what we need. So let's get our wither summoned, and we can start working on all this other stuff. So I'll probably want to make another one of the things. Get another nether star, I should say. But that's something we'll kind of worry about later. Not too much of an issue right now. Let's get our crossbow out. Back up. But yeah, so there's just a lot of different things we kind of need to do. Ow. Wow, we one-shotted him. That's cool. Okay. So I'm going to let this run still. And we'll try to get more. But there is the nether star. So all we need now is the Transcendent Blood Orb. So in order to get that, we're going to need... Let's start with the 25... oh, wow. We're going to need a lot of this stuff. Now, the trick with all this is... What tier do we need to duplicate these? That was what? Let's see. Yeah, the problem is a tier 4 blood altar makes the master blood orb. That's what we accidentally did last time. Tier 3 makes the life shard. So this is going to be stuff that I'm going to kind of do off camera. And view site's awesome. We can make quite a few of these. And let's Archmage Blood Orb. And that's 50. We need 45 to be turned into something else. Now, here is the question. If we look at our altar, it is a tier 5. So tier 5, tier 4, tier 3. If we remove this, that makes it tier 3. But its capacity is lower than what it needs to be. So what we need to do is make a capacity rune. We need to make a few capacity runes. And I think just augments of capacities, which requires more Bune slates. Let's just take those 3. And can we make a couple of these? We certainly can. And that will give us hopefully enough, but we have to put them close enough to here to allow them to kind of be used. Don't care about self-sacrifice. Let's take these out. This isn't close enough. We need to go one more row in. So augmented capacity. These are self-sacrifice. And we'll go grab the rest of the stuff from in here. And what is our capacity at now? Well, we lost a lot of essence, and I don't know. Oh, it's draining, but that's fine. I just kind of want to show proof of concept more than anything. Let's get our first crystal. So this is going to extract only the reinforced slates. So that's fine, I guess. But let's just go ahead, fill this up with blood. And this is something I kind of need to automate. Now we have ways to automate it, but I don't have enough life essence to turn on the ritual underneath. So we'll come back to that in a second. That's something we'll have to kind of deal with. But let's go ahead and kill some more wither skeletons. And might be easier to go to the nether to do that. I don't know. Maybe. But we definitely need to get a lot more stuff. Let's put the cleaver away. And a lot of this is just going to be... We could do the whole ritual to get the demon invasion. That is something we could very easily do. And it would solve our problems to an extent. We would get the life crystals, the life shards from the demons themselves. But that doesn't sound like fun. It's a really intense ritual. It requires a lot of alchemy. And it's not something I particularly want to do. So 33, we're close. We do have some buckets of blood. I'm trying to think of what's going to be the best way to do this. Because this... I probably should kill these guys. I don't know that I need them anymore. Let's just kill those guys. We got a title. Ow, he like spawned behind me. Knowledge fragments. I wonder if we can eat another, or get another page and get anything out of that. So do you have any knowledge fragments? No. We do. Okay, let's do this. Pearl revitalization. This is exactly what we needed. So this is the thing that I don't know if we can actually do. So void. We can do this. Permutatio. Actually, put that there. Chrysalis. And there we go. Pearl revitalization. That's not too bad. And so that should give us the research for the Powerless Pearl in Witching Gadgets right here. The only question is, are we ever going to get a Powerless Pearl? That's the question. And I think what that's going to do is differentiate whether we need whether we need 4 pearls or 3, because I have a feeling that it's going to eat the pearl every other time. So yeah, we get to do this the slow way for now. And there's not really much that we can do about it, unfortunately, as far as I can tell, other than we could make another altar or something like that. This is just going to take a long time. So maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to do the demon invasion just so we don't have to do this. Let's get the book out. And I kind of want to show you guys just how bad the demon invasion is. So Ritual Master, it is called Convocation of the Damned. It is very, very, very complicated. It is about 28 ritual blocks, 15 million LP, 8 bell jars full of reagents, and you have to attach them and all this kind of stuff. And it's a really big, complicated thing that then gives a portal to the demons, who can then come in and start colonizing the area. They will take over areas and they will destroy a lot of the land if you're not careful. So what you have to do is hope for the best, and well, you have to kind of put it far away from your base. And what will happen is they'll slowly expand, and you can just kill them as you wish, and you'll get the life shards and soul shards. Now, if I could capture a demon, then that would be a different thing. But I don't know that there's a spawn egg for them. And if there's not a spawn egg, we can't look for it, type of thing. So it's one of those situations that I'm not entirely sure what's going to be the best way to handle all of this. And this is going to take a while. So we'll come back to that in a moment. So what can we do in the meantime? Let's go ahead and make a couple of ender chests. So that is Eye of Ender. We're gonna need 2 of those, and blaze powder. 1, 2, and then we're gonna need some obsidian. And I just realized that I think the is this still on? No. Okay, I turned that off. Good. So what we can do is we can go ahead and just place an ender chest in here. I guess right there. And now we can store stuff in here that we don't want to necessarily lose. And what we need to do is make more portals in the box. So once we can do that, like, there's just a lot of stuff we need to do. You know, for the rest of this episode, let's go ahead and, rather than try to prepare for me going into the another Eldritch dimension and even doing that, which we can probably do next time. I'm going to work on blood magic between episodes. Let's go ahead and we'll put that away. I want to go ahead and prepare for the other rituals that we're going to need. So let's get rid of that as well. And we'll look at these other 3 items that we're going to need to make, and we'll get everything kind of ready for them. So the next one is a soul beacon. That one's pretty easy. A warded jar, a beacon, 2 eyes of ender, and 2 void metal. Nothing too difficult there. So void metal, we'll get 2. Warded jar we'll have to go ahead and make in here. And do we have any more glass panes? Of course not. So let's craft up some of those. Because I like to have extra for this stuff, just in case something does get knocked off. We can easily kind of deal with it. And then beacons. Beacons are actually really cheap because they... Wasn't there a recipe that didn't take another star? I guess not. Okay, so we're going to have to kill more withers. So that's something I will do between episodes as well. Let's get some more ender pearls and blaze powder. Let's get like 4 of those. Put that all in here. So can we do something like... Hey, we can. Okay, so Primordial Pearl can kind of go in the middle. And we'll do each row is a different thing. So the next one is Wand focus. Now this is something I kind of want to look at. It's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9. Okay, we do have enough space. So this one's going to be a little bit more complicated. So the wand focus of animation is going to require each of the golem upgrades. So I think we have a few of those. Yeah, we have 2 of those. We have some blank cores, so that part is good. But we're gonna need 2 blood syringes, which I've got to remember how to make those. That is still going. Let's clean this guy up. And what we're gonna do, by the way, is once this is done, we're gonna hook up the ritual underneath and actually start kind of taking care of the mobs as they spawn. And I will put weak blood shards in and kind of let it run. But we need the other upgrades. So we have earth and entropy. So we have earth. We're going to need water. So I think it's just... Are all of them just gold nuggets? Craft 100 of them. It's fine. Actually, let's just do this. It's going to be easier with different shards. So we have earth. We have entropy. Is it... Oh, it's arcane. So let's get this taken care of. Shards. So there's water. Let's see, fire. Order. And air. We need air shards. So let's go ahead and craft like 10 of those, I guess. And that should be good. So we haven't scanned all of these. Let's scan the water, because we used a few of these, I believe. So that's fine. So we just need air shard. We have an air shard now. And we'll just throw that on the ground. Cool. So there's all of that. Let's just put these right here, just because there's more space needed for that. And let's get rid of this armor, because it always drives me crazy. And then we need to get the syringes, and I've got to remember how to do that. And I don't believe those stack, so good thing we're doing this the way we are with the stuff. So it is warded. Okay, it's a iron nugget and a file. So I don't remember if it's in here or not, but we have plenty of iron nuggets. It is, and then we just right click it. We now have 2 blood syringes. Okay, evidently that doesn't, they do stack. So that is everything we need for this guy. So fire order, yep. Okay, cool. And then the last one is the mirrored amulet, which requires a magic mirror, an empty map, and a mundane amulet. So the mundane amulet we should have. We don't have the magic mirror and map. So the map should be easy enough to get. That is vanilla. So we just need a compass. And there we go. But the magic mirror requires a ritual. So we're going to need an ender pearl. Let's see, what else are we going to need? We're going to need 3 gold and a mirrored glass. So we have a mirrored glass, luckily, and gold. Alright, so let's get this guy taken care of. And do it like this. Ender pearl. And then what does it require? Essentia-wise. 8 Eider, 8 Permutatio, and 8 Darkness. So, Eider, we have plenty. Permutatio, and Darkness. Okay, cool. So, we should be able to do this. Do we dare Arcane Abacus? I guess. Yeah, I think we're fine. So, we'll do that, and that is still working. Wow. Alright, let's put more blood in there. And this is going to be the hard part of all this stuff, is just getting enough blood. That's why I want to activate the ritual underneath so that I can do stuff. Anyways, here is the magic mirror. We can switch this again. Scan that. And you know what? Let's scan the empty map as well. I'm surprised. I kind of figured there'd be like Eider or something. But that is the 3 things we need for the amulet. So we just need another, like, couple of nether stars. So soul sand. I will probably get enough skulls to make 3 more. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So, outside of that, let's take a look at our AE system. How much Yellorium do we have? We don't have any ore, do we? That is really frustrating. Is our laser working currently, or did I turn it off? I bet I turned it off. Yeah, they're all idle. Or at least, are you? Yeah, you're idle. So I can turn this on every once in a while. Let's turn 2 of them on. I think we should be good for power at this point, just because these guys are all pretty much full. Wow. So I just need to kind of keep an eye on that. We'll try to get more Yellorium. How are we doing on this stuff? We have 100 and... Wow, we have a lot of buckets. That is 111 buckets, right? Let's grab some buckets. Just so I can, you know, count my math a little bit better. So, yeah, 111 buckets. How many more do we need for that one? Let's see. We are... Okay, we're getting there. So, definitely need to do more work on that. But the biggest thing with that is just getting more buckets more than anything else, because we have plenty of bees. I actually don't want to do that right now because I don't want to drain the system of power. Then we have, let's see, the chocolate milk I just need to grab, and really that's about it. So Primordial Pearls and Blood Shards is going to be the pain. Maybe it is going to be beneficial to try to capture a demon, to get a demon to spawn. They're very specific for the demon invasion. If we can get them to spawn and come in, like, maybe capture them with... I don't even know if you can capture them with a safari net. That's something I should probably look into. Because if you can, that might be worthwhile. We should be able to get plenty of the shards from that. But then I just need to get more stuff. We need to get at least a couple more portals and go really far away. Hey, there we go. I figured it was close. Go really far away, and then we can get everything we need. So there is the first of a lot. We need 55 of these shards so we can make 5 crystal clusters. Wow, that is a lot. So I either need to do something... I need to speed it up. So I think what I'm going to do is We have a couple speed runes. I can probably make a few more. Make sure that the runes all are the correct ones for what we want. And efficiency runes I don't think are important. But I need to do a lot of blood magic stuff and start making the next, well, the next tier. And all that fun stuff. So I'm going to tell you guys what. I know today wasn't a very eventful episode, but I had a lot of stuff to talk about, so I wanted to go ahead and do that. So the plan is this. I am going to continue working really hard on blood magic. Need to get a lot of these blood shards. In fact, I want to go ahead and get a bunch of blood so I can use the ritual down below. And that should help a little bit. It'll kill things and give us more blood a little bit faster, I think. And yeah, once that is taken care of, you just got to get a lot of these blood shards, and then we can turn them into the soul shards with more blood shards. That's pretty cheap. So that's something we'll have to do, and make the crystal clusters plus all the other stuff we need, and that is pretty much going to be it. So I will tell you guys what, I'm going to end the episode off here. I'm going to get to work on blood magic, and I'm going to make at least the portal into boxes that we're going to need, and anything else that I'm going to do, mostly just that, try to get some more Eulorium. And next time, we're going to work a little bit more on blood magic. Hopefully get the next orb, which, by the way, to get this guy, we're going to need 200,000 blood. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And so we're going to need to have a nice big altar with plenty of capacity and all that kind of stuff. I will see if maybe... I'm going to jump into my test world after this and see if we can capture the demons or not. If we can, then that might be the route we go. And if not, then we're going to continue doing what we're doing. But honestly, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to call the episode off here, and we'll come back next time and hope everything goes better. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!